I knew as soon as the lip balm had fell, I was like, you just want to see this ass. It's alright. No pun intended. I guess. Y'all, I had got this like a year ago, maybe? Kind of significant that I got this lip balm because around the same time, now I think about it, wow, I had it was scenario going on where there was an energy that didn't want me to have, and it was in regards to like somebody tried to do or project a wasting spell. They didn't want me to cook. They didn't want me to eat. They didn't want me to have. In fact, and then like it was making the person very upset because like everybody who knows more petite, skinnier, I guess whatever you want to call it, woman, they eat a lot. So it's like not only was this person trying to do a wasting spell, whatever the case may be, or was trying to project that energy, they were upset that I was eating a whole bunch of food and I wasn't getting fat also. And it's just like like this is why I say the enemy is very foolish. We laugh at the enemy because like they don't make sense, their plans don't never make sense, etc. Since we just found out it was a Scorpio I'm no longer related to. Look at my look at this. Because this bitch been projecting like and I did a theory. Hold on. You all the video I did when I was saying somebody projecting on me, and that's why I was getting the athlete. All right, it's been confirmed. We talked about it. It's 2026. We talked about it. We talked about it in at least two previous channel messages in depth about why the person was projecting and why this was happening. Now, today I can tell you wholeheartedly, my Scorpio aunt, born November 4th, bitch. She's the reason this been happening. I can feel it going down as I'm talking about this. She's the reason why this I had to come up with a whole beauty product to get rid of this shit. I like shit like this would be happening. Now I need you to see this because when I was more like, you know, what's the word, insecure about this shit going on, I didn't want to show it on camera and stuff like that. I might have filters and stuff like that. But now I don't give a fuck because like my whole thing is, bitch, you was projecting so fucking much with with negative connotation, bad intent. This shit from whatever you were feeling, the spiritual manifest into the physical to even come on my face like this. I was talking to God about this. I'm like, God, you gotta do them bad because like, no funny shit at first. Like this been going on for a couple of years. I talked about this in previous channel messages. It's like at first I was just like, I don't care. God help me make a product so I can get rid of this shit, and it always would be gone within the week, or whatever the case would be. I noticed that this weird acne that's not even real came out of nowhere. Will always come out of nowhere before I'm about to do something very important, a event, etc., etc. So I knew it was just somebody who was hating, so I didn't care. But this one right here, this shit is very close to my eye. You know, in regards to like acne and stuff like that, they tell you if it's in between the triangles and stuff like that, right there in that area, like not to pop it because if you pop it, like something bad could happen, like internally. So I'm like, I'm talking to God about this shit. I'm like, you guys, you see this shit? This shit is so close to my eye. That would be perceived as dangerous, even though I know this shit is like low-key benign. I'm like, yo, you got a boom on them. Fuck is you talking about? Fuck is you talking about? That person. You said happy birthday, Kelsey Davies, 1740 in the comment section back there, and there no negativity. You said hey black mama. You said hi beautiful. Hey, thank you. God bless, God bless, God bless. What you doing for your birthday, Kelsey, in the comment section? What you doing? Shit, I'm happy. Kelsey, you in the comment section. Kelsey the name of somebody who took a $1 million bribe. What you talking about? What y'all saying? What's going on? Let me. Anywho, but yeah. So like this morning, I had like 2 to 3 dreams back to back to back, and then like I woke up in between the dreams, and it was like a thunderstorm going on, randomly. It's because every time I mention my Scorpio aunt, a fly mysteriously. Every time I like correlate and realize my Scorpio aunt is doing something in the spiritual or like negatively projecting, a fly comes out of nowhere, window closed. There's no way for a fly to get up in here. Then it sits there. Then it sits there and just be staring at me as I'm talking about them. Now nigga just texted me. Say check yourself out. Looking good for who? And that's the and all right, yo, like it's so like yo. I don't even know how to explain it, but I'm gonna explain it. I know every time the Scorpio aunt that I'm not related to always projects on me. One, the acne. She always does it like she always does it because and look how it's next to my eye. Eye symbolic of what? Pisces. To get the foresight, being psychic and stuff like that. She's not only she was excuse me, she wasn't only doing this shit to me, she was doing this shit to people that's a part of my calling and destiny. Like I'll be getting this and be feeling bad, and then I will see people I fuck with or know or genuinely cares about me and supposed to be helping me on my path. They was getting the same fucking acne in the same place or the opposite side. So I knew I'm like, or whoever was attacking me was trying to attack those people also. So it's in correlation with my calling destiny. Now, this is a clear indication because it's so close to my eye. Somebody just wanted like somebody trying to tap into not necessarily your calling destiny, see what you got going on regarding your calling and destiny. They wanna do divination and figure out they wanna go in the dream state and be like, what is this person about to do? Not even looking into themselves. And I'm not letting them. So this is what's coming up because like this is what's happening. This is like the physical manifestation of what's happening in the spiritual. Somebody wants to see what I got going on. That's why it's so close to my eye. They've been trying. They've been trying. They tried on this side. It's going away. This was like, yo, this shit was like the other day. Like, it would go away. It would come back. I'll be like, and the more stubborn it is, the more stubborn the person is. It's not working because it's just energetically making pus, bitch. So, and then that also lets me know that it's a bitch doing this shit. It's no niggas over here doing no shit like that. Then every time it's going down as I'm saying it, every time I correlate the Scorpio aunt that we're not related to anymore doing some bullshit in the spiritual. First of all, I see her in the dream state doing shit. It is not working. And then when I wake up, it's always a confirmation from the 2D catch a dream state. She doing something like I didn't understand it at first, but now I fully understand it this year 2026. So this is why this shit is definitely fucking her up. Let me tell you. So the bitch don't want anyone in my family in particular, the succession rate in regards to marriage and relationships to like be good. And the way she figures she'd do that is to try to do some sort of sex magic so that people could be whores, infidelity, cheating. Because then when they're whores, she wants to send a vessel to the enemy so you can be with the wrong person. So I literally figured out how to bypass that shit. Me personally, anybody who really knows me, like back in my day, I ain't gonna hold you. Like I had the hoes, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but like now I'm not into that shit. Like I like to be with one man. I'm not texting multiple people. I don't really care to do that, but I have prominent placement in my chart where I'm supposed to be talking to people and stuff like that. But so much shit that went on previously that I'm just like, let me just stick with my one people, this, and third. That made this bitch mad because that means her plan's super not working. So I'm like, all right, let me bypass this shit. So this whole week, I've been feeling this energy like somebody, well, actually since last week, she just doing dumb shit. She doesn't want me to be with my man because now she don't have a man, but she's the reason she don't have a man. So she don't want to see somebody else happy. So basically, she was projecting. She was like, I want you to be a hoe. I want you to be a hoe. I want you to be a hoe. I'm not doing whole shit. So I'm like, all right, let's bypass this energy because it's annoying. So like, I'll do something like, whenever that energy come up, I'll go on the dating platform, and then like I'll swipe left or right, wait till somebody send me a message, then I'll log the fuck off, just to deceive the motherfucking energy. Yesterday, it was just like, oh, be a hoe, be a hoe, be a hoe, be a hoe. Like that energy was coming up, and it was just like, bitch, I'm not doing that. I texted my ex that I know. I texted my ex I have on good rapport with, whoever the case may be. I sent him my number. We started texting. Shit and stuff like that. I'm like, no, we're not doing that no more. My other ex, he done did something for me. Thanks. All these blessings just kept coming to me indirectly from people I'm not even dating anymore, that I'm not trying to date, but you trying to block me from my person. But I'm getting blessed because I'm still not doing no whole shit, and I'm on good rapport with these niggas, and now all you're doing is making me more attractive. And then I like so like I had to say this morning I had 3 dreams back to back to back. I know it was my Scorpio aunt, like I'm not related to anymore, projecting and wanting me to do channel messages now because now she's aware I do channel messages now because I know what she's doing. Now she want an energy harvest and want me to talk about her. I literally woke up from the second nap before the third one, and the dream state three 2D catch your messages. I said, nah, I'm not doing them shits. I was like, it's not relevant. I got so much other shit to talk about. We got other shit to talk about. All this other shit. I'm like, yo, literally, I do not give a fuck about what the fuck. Like, I think it was the day before, literally in the dream state, I saw her like fighting herself, beating herself up. And I came in that bitch. I was looking over. I was like, yo, stop trying to fight me. Like I'm like, stop trying to fight me. You're literally hurting yourself. You're literally hurting yourself. Like she motherfucker sat on the floor, couldn't get up, all types of shit. I'm just like, I woke up from that dream state. I was like, bitch. Then I seen another dream, and it was just like, this is another dream. That shit was like, I was. So the other dream yesterday was funny as fuck because that shit was like, it was like two things going on at two different places. It was like somebody trying to like go over your boundary. Like somebody is lacking boundaries. Somebody doesn't want any boundaries in regards to you. So like they keep trying to come into your orc field and shit like that, and like they just being real inquisitive. Like, oh, like what are you doing? What's going on? This and third. I want to know this. I want to know that. I want to know this. I want to know that. And the person just kept talking, kept talking, kept talking, kept talking, kept talking. Like in regards to like trying to like figure shit out about you. They want you to answer them so fucking bad, bitch. Why the fuck this person kept talking, kept talking? The person, so like this person was outside of a home. The other person who was lacking the boundary was inside the home, kept talking, kept talking, kept talking, kept talking, kept asking questions, kept asking questions. The other person that they asking the questions to, they just kept ignoring them, kept ignoring them, kept ignoring them. And this person wouldn't stop. They wouldn't stop. They wouldn't stop. Why the fuck? The person finally, I don't even know how this person came, was like, all right, like this person was like, no talking, like, all right, you're gonna keep being intrusive, you're gonna keep lacking boundaries, you're gonna keep annoying the fuck out of me. This person came out this motherfucker climbed into this person's house window, showed them they motherfucking pistol, and then shot them. And then it was like a video game because you know in the video games when you shoot somebody or something like that and then like it's like slow motion and it's just like not me bitch, but I was just y'all woke up like what the fuck. But the ironic thing is like parallel message is like this person is like, oh my god, like this person don't want you to not speak up for yourself. This person don't want you to keep putting them on blast. This person don't want you like but like what it's like a parallel message. You're doing the right thing. You're not in the wrong. You can do what the fuck you want to do. This person just trying to be intrusive, lacking boundaries and shit like that, and they gonna get done up. That shit they're like game over and like terminated, bitch. That shit was funny as fuck. That shit was funny as fuck. I ain't even gonna hold you. What y'all talking about in the comment section? You said thank you. You said you want a free sub. Like Subway or Blimpie? I haven't had a quick chick sandwich in a very long time. Tony is good. Happy Saturday. Thank you, Legend Collector. Who was that? Because I wrote down my notes the other day. Who was that had Legend in their name? It was somebody on social media. I don't know. You said such a beautiful soul, Matthew, in the comment section. I don't want a pretty face. I already got one. I don't want just anyone to hope. I don't want my love to go to waste. I want you and your beautiful soul. You're the one I want to change. The one I want to hold. I don't want another day to go to waste. I want you and your beautiful soul. Oh my gosh. Jesse McCartney. My name's Jess. So like that's funny. But and then people how like even though I don't have the skirt on, so like this is giving Britney Spears attire, right? But it's not Britney Spears. I'm tired. But like this is the first person I could think of to make the schoolgirl aesthetic. So something about like somebody wanted to be like, you're crazy. You don't know what you're talking about. This and that and third. And then nobody ever wants you. You're crazy. How you gonna attract like that? Nobody gonna want you if you're acting like that. You're saying all these crazy things. Whole time you're telling the truth, mind you. And then this person who's like, oh yeah, you're never gonna have love in your life. You're never acting that way. You're never gonna have love in your life. Talking about this stuff, this and the whole time, whatever you're talking about, putting them on blast or making them look foolish, and they're looking foolish by trying to counteract what the fuck you got going on. And then niggas is coming up to you, men is attracted to you. I don't want a pretty face. I don't want just anyone to hold. And then like it's off enemy like. And the devil coming to collect that person, so I ain't about to even hold you. I don't know what promise this person made. Anywho, I was talking about this lip balm, right? I got this last year around the same time. This would start to prompted the whole conversation. So last year around this time, there was a projection of somebody trying to do wasted spell and somebody didn't want me to eat. This and third. We have now confirmed it was a Scorpio bitch that is my aunt that I'm not related to anymore. So it's the same time around the years of last year 2025. This was going on, and when that same energy was going on, I was like, dang, I had a budget in regards to groceries and all type of stuff like that. And then like I had this moment where I was like, I remember when I was younger, like I've always been somebody who took notes and say I was gonna do something, this and that. I said when I was younger, this is like before I was even like a teenager, because I grew up in a family where my parents introduced us to food pantries to do volunteer work, and we used to do like Super Bowl Sundays, and we would collect canned goods and give them back to the people who were in need. So I knew all about food pantries. So growing up, I said, man, I'm like, if I ever was to like move out and get my own apartment, I'm thinking of like as soon as I turned 18 and stuff, right? I said to save money on groceries, I'm going to the food pantry. So I never really went to the food pantry. You know, life was just life, and I was just buying groceries and shit like that previously. And then the scenario happened where I was kind of low on food, and I was just like, it was around that time this person was projecting last year around this time, and I was just like, I just randomly remember. I remember I said if I was to like get my own apartment and stuff like that, then I would go to the food pantry to save money. So I'm like, let me find out the local food pantry. Like for years, I kept seeing people line up on a specific day to go get food from this food pantry. So I was like, all right, let me just go take a look. I'll go there. So there's this church that was like advocating food for the community, free food at the food pantry from the church, and it was in partnership with the Latter Day Saints, I believe. So basically, long story short, like, and they just kept coming, like it's like symbolically they kept trying to get me to go over there, and I was just trying to figure out why, but I understand why, and we ain't gonna talk about it. So I went there. I got me like, yo, that food pantry was amazing. I ain't got me seafood. It was a whole box. It was seafood. It was canned goods, and I'm not talking about canned goods that like you would never eat. Like I'm talking about some real nice shit. They had corn. They had salmon. Canned goods. They had fresh seafood for me. Like bitch, when I say like they had what's that called it? They put flour, sugar, bitch. I'm not talking about no little bitty. Like these was like life size wholesale. But like when I said I had a whole, I didn't even know how I was gonna carry that whole box. But I'm like, no food getting left behind, bitch. Like yo. And then they did it like a care package, and they had all these cool stuff. They gave me sunscreen. This is a sunscreen lip balm. I didn't use this shit for like a whole year. I just started recently using it. It's really good lip balm. I'm not even gonna hold you. And then like the lip balm and the sunscreen and the lotions that they was giving from a rehabilitation care center, bitch, and it's called Acclaim. And I'm like, this is so ironic. Somebody didn't want me to have something so bad, and then like it's so significant. First of all, sunscreen. Um, so first and foremost, Leo zodiac embodiment, your sun sign placement, right? Whoever the fuck the hater, the op was that was projecting all the negativity in the first place, I'ma know because how they act. One, two, this person could just be mad, obviously, but like the sunscreens, what does sunscreen do? Protect you from the sun, the negativity, the negative aspects of the sun, somebody's behavior, how they're acting. Um, the sun, fire sign. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This person could have been doing divination or using fire element, or trying to cause chaos or some sort of manipulation. Look related to and stuff like that. That I'm saying was doing all this dumb shit, and it's getting handled. Like this bitch will always be like, ever since I've been young, she was like, oh my gosh, you're a model, you're a model. Every time she shoot, like the last time, like previously, she was like, oh, you're a model. Oh my gosh, I love you. She was saying since I was younger. She was like, don't gain. She been telling me all my life, don't gain weight, don't gain weight, don't gain weight. Oh, I want you to marry somebody from your ethnicity. You're going to marry somebody from your ethnicity. I had a dream about you getting married. First of all, hold up, bitch. Why are you dreaming about me getting married? Why are you dreaming about me getting married? Because you're saying you want me to date a specific ethnicity, and that's the main ethnicity I'm not going to date and or marry. So you're already going against what the fuck I want. You shouldn't be having no dreams about me getting married, bitch. One of the best wedding gifts I will have when I get married to my husband is you being deceased. You cannot come. So there's that.
Oh, are you live?
Yeah, I'm live.
I'm ugly as hell, but fuck y'all.
Girl, I got a scarf on it.
Fuck y'all. and this is exactly how I went to my baddies audition, because ain't nobody pulling off my motherfucking wig. Yeah. Vote for me.
Go to All Stars.
Oh, I would never. One thing about it, they could never see me though, like, cause I really feel like I'm gonna really try to knock somebody out on the first hit. Like I'm gonna make sure that hit come all the way from hell. Tasiki, I don't want to fight you. Respectfully. Ivory.
Respectfully, no.
I don't want to fight Ivory, but if we gotta fight, we gotta fight. You feel me?
They say her heads feel like. They say both their heads feel like a brick, bitch.
And what about me?
That's true. You was heavy-handed.
Bro, what? This shit a Mack truck. I've had grown men tell me like, nah, like.
No, I had to. I was just thinking about it. I'm like, I had to calm down because I was like, my first fight was when I was younger was with a boy, and then like, I never experienced domestic violence and stuff like that because I never been an advocate because I used to see like other people going through domestic violence. I said it never could be me. No shade. Like I just like even God forbid like I would never stick around for nothing like that. But then I also was like I know I used to be kind of roughing niggas up and shit like that, especially that one nigga. And I had to beat his ass with a fucking broom, bitch.
My first fight was that albino bitch Sydney, and I stabbed her with a spork.
Sydney? Where's Sydney in Australia? No, like the place.
Yeah, no. But her name was spelled with a C. Cindy.
Oh, Sydney.
I will never forget that.
Maybe you're supposed to travel there.
And I think she will never forget me. She probably be telling everybody her story too. Like I remember getting stabbed with a spork in the 3rd grade.
Yeah, I remember you did have anger management classes, girl.
I had to take anger management to graduate high school. They made me do a 12-step freaking course. But it was nice though because they used to give me like Chinese food and stuff. Like they would ask me what do I want to eat, and I would come. And
I wish y'all would have like took that shit up because like it sounded like
girl.
It was good. Y'all was having fun in that class. Like,
yeah, it wasn't shit about anger management in this, but they used to just pamper how you felt. Mm-hmm. Like I remember I crashed out. I'll never forget. I crashed out in Miss Boone Gibbs' office one day. Crashed out, and I'm in full blown tears, snot, like, and I'm flipping everything in their papers. Miss Boone Gibbs, like they had the security at the door. Miss Boone Gibbs walked in. She was like this. No. Yeah, she walked out.
Yeah, that's her personality.
She walked out. I was really tweaking.
I'm sorry. Nobody could like no. It didn't matter what the fuck was going on. Nobody ever had me out of character. Nobody ever could break me out of character. I don't even remember when.
I don't even know what happened that day.
But when y'all be in some shit, I will break out of character.
You was always chill. Like, when I was like, no, let's whoop their ass. You're like,
no,
it's okay.
I'm like,
and I'm
no.
like, what?
Even if I had an outburst, I would go right back to being calm.
No, let's whoop these hoes, and I don't like y'all. And as soon as I said I don't like y'all, I'm standing on that you ugly fat bitch. Fuck you. Fuck you.
No, I was like, no, I always been a keep the peace ass bitch. Yo, I don't know what age I was when I realized world peace might not be a thing. I was like, dang. That shit's crazy.
World peace. I want these bitches ass for the rest of my life. Foot on neck, bitch. You can't breathe, ho. What are you talking about? That you can't breathe.
Oh my god.
We can't be at peace. Donald Trump president.
We
at war. We at war. New Jersey got a tornado watch. What peace?
PA, they air is tragic. Like they talking about that shit. Like the air quality was bad the other day. They told niggas in PA do not come outside. I'm like, oh, but then again, now I think about that, it's like an industry place, like for industrial works and stuff like that. So it makes sense. They probably got like machinery place factories and stuff like that over there. So I'm like, dang, it's funny as fuck. But I'm like, should I be a little bit more unhinged? Like,
No, you're
no,
perfect.
yeah. I
Please
don't
don't
like
be
when
no.
I'm angry. I
Please
don't like being
don't.
angry.
I don't like being angry either. I'm more fun when I'm not.
Mm, what's it called? Yeah. Anywho, let's get into this channel message. I guess that was good. That was fun. Channel messages today, to be honest. Hopefully, I can. All right. First and foremost, you learning something from something you previously experienced or something that happened previously, and it's like everything like long time coming. It took some scenarios to go down for you to understand something. Um, I'll just write. I'll just read some notes in regards to this channel message that I wrote. Someone is nosy and annoying and wants to be around you, being too inquisitive. Libra towards Virgo Capricorn, you're gaining justice in a situation. Could be an Earth sign gaining justice in a situation. Taurus, Sagittarius, zodiac alignment is very significant. This person could have been projecting on you to be a hoe. Because, like, to the catcher, so I'm going to explain the dream catcher message I had the other day because that shit was funny. All right. So, the other day, I told y'all I had something to do, and then, it rained, so I had to wait. And it was so interesting because, like, I had something to do the next day, and I was just like, oh my gosh, like, all right, at least I'll do whatever I gotta do the next day. And then, because it rained, I got a phone call. They said, like, all right, save the date. It's gonna be another day because it's a rain day. I was like, all right, rain check. So I don't know. You could be getting money on a rainy day. I don't know. So long story short, so I ended up doing the thing the next day. So I did a cookout. I had the pool, the trampoline, the sandbox out. The neighbors wanted to come play. Like they did. Everybody had fun. Not the day of the cookout. I had to do the cookout a separate day, the day before, and the next day, everybody, the neighbors wanted to come and play on the pool and everything. It was just so cute, whatever the case may be. Um, and then that same, and then that same day, I noticed that like the neighbor kids that like to come and play, like something happened because all right, so the neighbor kids, not to talk about anybody kids, but I could, I don't give a fuck. They're lacking home training, all right, and they're very wonderful kids, but they're lacking some sort of discipline or something, or I don't know, because the neighbors' kids had came to the yard a couple days ago, and literally I was about to clean the pool out, so everybody can play in the pool and the trampoline and everything like that. Before I had the opportunity to clean the pool out, I had came to see the pool or something like that, and I saw the pool was filled up. It wasn't cleaned out, but it was filled up. I'm like, who filled the pool back up? Because that's what I was about to do, but they didn't clean it out. But I'm just like, they filled it to perfection. Like this is, and then I looked around. Everything just looked clean. Everything was cleaned up. The pool was filled. It just wasn't cleaned out. I'm just what the fuck. So come to find out, the neighbors had did that shit. So I'm just like, I wanted to be upset because it's like you shouldn't be touching nothing that don't gotta do with your yard. So, shouldn't your parents have told you that? No, that's not the song. I don't know why Rompin' Shop just came up, but the song I'm really thinking of was "Nobody Happy No, You Come Over My Yard. Nobody Happy No, You Gonna Give Me Love." That's what they do, something like that. Some are foreigners. So long story short, bitch. So the next day when the pool was cleaned and everything like that, I told them basically like I told them basically that it was like I really appreciated that they cleaned up and they filled the pool up. But I'm like, listen, like you not like don't touch nothing over here without a grown up like you asking them to do X, Y, Z. Because even though they did a wonderful job, it's just like where's the home training? You should know. Don't come into somebody's yard and to be filling up their motherfucking pool. Like what the fuck? But they only did that because they really enjoy being in the pool. So I was like, I really couldn't be mad at them. I was like, oh my gosh. But then the scenario with my kid, like she was telling them, she actually told them don't do that shit, and they tried to not listen to her. Like her leadership skills, they was like, man, fuck what you talking about. We want to play in the pool, and she ended up telling me, so I had to come like tell their little asses like, I don't know what the fuck y'all got going on in your household, but whatever the case may be. Anywho's, I saw this to say, so the dream kind of take place from that backyard reference of where the pool area was. Because I had just did a cookout the day before, so it looked like it was the cookout the day before. So I had left a garbage bag in between both the yards, or whatever the case may be. It was a white garbage bag that I left there. Keep this in mind with all the cookout stuff and stuff like that. And then like, oh mind you, when I did the cookout, my Leo sibling, my biological Leo sibling had came and she came on the trampoline. She said she never been on a trampoline before, so she was on there having fun. And so, like all the time we been on the trampoline, everybody done played and everything like that, it never been a problem. She got on the trampoline, as soon as she got on the trampoline, a lantern bug just flew immediately to where she was at. And I'm just like, what the fuck? Somebody was trying to project sickness onto you, but what's the ironic thing is I found out that Scorpio aunt I'm no longer related to because she can't have biological children. She adopted children overseas. Yes, she has children that she never sees. Anywho's, I just found out she named her children after people from the cult church that I'm no longer a part of. And one of them was my sister's name, and there was two other people from a family in specific. Now the family in specific she named them kids after. She not slick. The family that she named the kids after is So alright. My godfather used to own a chicken farm factory. One of my main questions to God was what happened because he had some bullshit going on. I felt like somebody was spiritually attacking him previously. The spell literally didn't get broken until last year or this year when his father died. I'm pretty sure his father had him inherit the chicken farm. Now my godfather is also my uncle, all right, on my father's side. So I wasn't trying to be like rude or anything when I be asking God the question. I said, God, because my uncle no longer owned the chicken farm. My uncle literally brought me there. I've been in that chicken farm. You know, he was happy to bring me there and show me around and show me the ropes, bitch. So I always thought I was always gonna come back and see the chicken farm when I got older. But as I got older, I found out that he no longer owned the chicken farm. I wouldn't have gave a fuck. You feel me? If he ain't had the chicken farm and he just moved on with his life. Not only did he not own the chicken farm anymore, my non relatives from the cult church, their father owned the chicken farm. But my whole thing with that person is like that father, no shade, he neglected his responsibilities. He literally left his marriage and his kids and went overseas and left them. Father of the year, and I'm like, why the fuck that nigga got the chicken farm? I'm like, that's my uncle, that's my goddaddy. If anything, like I don't know what he got going with his like children and shit like that, but I'm like, if anything, that shit should have went to me. So I'm like, I low key feel some type of way. I'm like, why the fuck you give this fuck nigga the chicken farm? Now the nigga that owned the chicken farm that left his kids and everything like that, now they part of the cult church. One of the reasons, but anyway, so now all I'm saying all this to say now the Scorpio aunt I'm not related to, whatever the case would be, she named two of her adopted kids after the who father owned the chicken farm. And then one of my siblings, or whatever the case would be. So I'm like, and then my sibling got the same name as one of our non relatives. A lot, they were doing a lot of energy harvesting with back in the day because, like, bitch, all right, I see what's going on. This bitch trying to energy harvest off of them, but like, why? But I'm just like, why their names? Bitch, I just found out the other day after she was beefing with my mother, my actual biological mother, this Scorpio I'm not related to. These niggas is trying to fight for ownership of the chicken farm. The kids after she named her adopted kids after the nigga who owned the chicken farm previous. I'm just like, this bitch is dumb. Like, this bitch is dumb. And so basically she adopted children, named them after people who were like the runner up for specific businesses who can't conceive children. So her whole thing is she thought if she adopt children, name them after. You see how the fly coming around? I'm not lying. She thought if she adopt children, even though she biologically can't have children, this Scorpio aunt of mine I'm not related to. She thought if she adopt these children, named after the runner-ups of these businesses, is a form of divination. That if anything was to happen to the adopted children, while she's trying to fight in the spiritual for those businesses, that it would just harm the runner-ups who would be like inheriting that business and still get them out the way. You do you see the mind of the evil person? Kids. But my whole thing with her is like, why you keep trying to attack other people's kids and you can't biologically have children? Children are embodiments of Aquarius. Aquarius is in regards to prophecy and prediction, the future. If you freaking attack a child, then that means you're taking life, bitch. You're trying to take somebody's life, and the reverse will be you dead. I don't. So I just like the enemy is fucking stupid. Catcher. That's what I'm about to talk about. So the other day when I was doing the dream catcher the dream catcher, 2D dream catcher in the dream state, basically that the neighbor had took my white garbage bag and covered it up with their black garbage bag. Now black is in regards to what? Scorpio, darkness, hidden, like hiding shit, whatever the case may be. Now mind you, while I was trying to do that cookout the other day, I knew the Scorpio aunt. She kept projecting. So I see before I started the cookout, I seen the Scorpio aunt. She saw me. She was on like standing like this. She saw me. I was about to ignore her. Then she tried to stand in my way and was like this, and I'm just like, bitch, I don't give a fuck. And then she was just like, then she went like that to like. I'm like, all right, like bitch, you doing too much. So I'm like, I wasn't gonna say nothing to her, but she was in my way. So I'm like, I'm gonna say something to her. Fuck it. I said, you outside? I'm like, you still outside? Which was like an inside joke. So I'm like, you still outside? And she's like, what's wrong with your eye? Now, that shit set me the fuck off low key because I'm like, I know you're the reason about this. So she asked me what's wrong with my eye. First of all, there's nothing wrong with my eye. She could have said, oh, what's going on there, this, that, and third. So she said, what's wrong with your eye? I knew that directly what the fuck that shit meant. I knew that shit meant like, she asked me what's wrong with my eye, which was like reverse psychology. It was really like, because I know you're the one who was trying to manifest these benign acne. So it's like, bitch. And then they're close to my eye. So my whole thing is like, you're trying to figure something out. You're trying to see something. You're trying to get me to tell you some shit. Like, immediately, as soon as she was like, what's wrong with your eye? I said, what's wrong with yours? Because that's the inside motherfucking joke. That's the inside motherfucking joke. You don't have to get the insight. I like by even the conversation was telling me what you was trying to do in the spiritual. It was just like, bitch. Excuse me. You really tried. I said, what's wrong? So she was like, what's wrong with your eye? I said, what's wrong with yours? Immediately, immediate response. It just rolled off the tongue. This bitch got so motherfucking sad and defeated, like, when I said that shit. And it's just like, didn't you just ask me? She said, what's wrong with your eyes? What's wrong with yours? Now you sad. Now you sad. Now you sad. Now you feeling defeated. Alright. Part of the inside joke. Because we trying to get her the fuck up out of here. It's not just one person. It's mad. There's a lot of people up against her. Like, and it's like, and I'm not saying you need all that people, so many people to go against one person because I'm not in regard. I don't like bullying, but this bitch been bullying people for years, trying to throw rocks and hide her hand, bitch. And not everybody coming together at one time to beat this bitch the fuck up, drag this bitch out her residence. That she don't even own. You would think, like, anyways, she's not understanding the optics of the situation. Anywho, so in the dream, somebody had put the black garbage bag over the white garbage bag that I have. White is in regards to protection. So somebody was trying to hide your protection. Um, Mind you, it was so ironic, yo, bitch. Let me tell y'all what I did that today. So I saw that viral TikTok trend where people were like, doing cookout food on the floor pans. So like I got so excited to do it, I forgot I had a plastic table. And bitch, why the fuck? I'm cooking, the food cooking. I'm like, yeah, I'm excited because it's actually working. I didn't even realize that the floor pan was sinking into the plastic. The whole side of the table was destroyed because the floor pan literally melted through the motherfucking plastic table. And the whole time I'm thinking, I'm like, oh my gosh, one or two things. Either somebody, because something my father had said the other day, and that made me upset. But then I realized he wasn't upset. I just realized my father's not mad at me because like, all right, the score, like my father got to act a certain type of way. My biological father got to act a certain type of way with me because of the Scorpio bitch. Because me, my biological father, and the Scorpio bitch, that's my aunt that we're not related to, we all have Scorpio in our birth charts. And some people's Scorpio placement is more prominent than others. So my father literally has to act a certain type of way to me because he knows and I know now that the Scorpio bitch has been trying to use me in regards to divination. This family dynamic is just interesting. She's not part of the family anymore. But anywho, so he told me something because of his gift of foresight. He told me something. I didn't even realize. He told me something. I had got mad. And my alchemy works when I get mad because of my mother's genetics. So he told me something. I got mad, but he knew I was gonna get mad. But he's not mad at me, and I'm not mad at him. But he just needed the alchemy to work because he's my parent. So he just knew something. He just knew how to maneuver. But I didn't know that then. So long story, he told me something. I got mad because I was like, why would you say that to me? And then that situation that happened when the foil pan had went through the plastic table, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, like, but I'm just like, oh my gosh, we're not mad at each other. He's not mad at me because of this, and he actually came to help me, and I'm just like, oh my gosh. So I'm just like, all right. So it was like a whole inside thing. It was just so interesting. But the whole time I didn't know, basically, bitch, why the fuck? All right, so I had poured some sand on the ground because I had the sandbox, whatever the case may be. I thought I was gonna use the rest of the sand I had because I had like a gallon worth of sand, so I had used a half gallon for the sandbox. And I pulled the other sand out. I was gonna just use a new sand, but I threw the other sand out. So long story short, so when I came back to clean the sand up and throw it out, the old sand out, I realized them kids, the neighbor kids, had threw this other part of the sand into the motherfucking pool, bitch. So I'm just like, I have to use that old sand. So I took the good parts of the sand and the other parts of the sand. I was like, I'm gonna just sweep it up over the keep it be. But then I was like, let me like get arts and craftsy. Like, so like I do like a what looked like a fire pit or whatever the case may be. This is the day I'm doing the cookout, bitch. So I put the sand in a circle and I put the motherfucker. I'm narrating to y'all some alchemy, bitch. So I put the motherfucking stones around the motherfucking sand pit, bitch. Why the fuck the sun was red that day? Why the fuck the sun turned? It was orange. I was like, They turned red. I'm like, what the fuck? I don't know what's going on with the sun. Then I looked at the motherfucking ground. I'm like, I'm like, oh shit. Like this is what I be talking about. I be just doing shit. I just be doing shit. Like, go look into my just in time music video for Good Vibes. You will see the orange red sun behind me, bitch. I just be doing shit. I just be doing shit. Anywho, things about that plastic melting on the table. I'm like, first and foremost, that was alchemy to get that motherfucker. First of all, I didn't know I was doing money magic, and then also was doing a death spell on my Scorpio aunt. Because me personally, I'm tired. Like not tired, but I'm tired of these men and women of God talking about this bitch dead already. Like they've been prophesying this shit about the Scorpio aunt that I'm not related to. This bitch dead already. It's not that. Why the fuck my uncle had to die? And y'all been saying that this bitch was supposed to be dead. Why the fuck this bitch still alive? Like what the fuck is going on? Y'all been saying why the fuck niggas brought my uncle to y'all church? Y'all quote church and y'all prayed over him, but he still died before my aunt, and y'all been prophesying her death. Nah, 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 I ain't trying to hear all that shit. So I'm like, nah, the blood's gotta be on my hands. I don't give a fuck. Nah, I don't give a fuck. Because obviously shit don't, like, for all the people that be trying to energy harvest and use me to do certain shit, as soon as I want to do some shit, boom, it happened. Boom, it fucking happened. But when y'all be saying y'all doing shit, this, that, and third, y'all be fucking dragging y'all feet or y'all can't do the shit. Why the fuck you even bringing the shit up? Since y'all not gonna do it, I'm gonna do it. Fuck you talking about. I'm gonna use y'all to do it. Fuck you talking about. I'm not gonna do it personally. Because of my Scorpio embodiments, y'all gonna do this shit for me. Y'all ain't gonna realize. Now, back to 2D catch your message. Bitch. So, the white plastic bag with the black plastic bag. So there's a Scorpio that thinks that they're protected, but they're not protected because they're trying to hide your protection. But you got a more prominent placement. Ooh. And you got people rallying up behind you to do the shit to keep you protected. Ooh. When I seen that somebody tried to cover my protection, I guess like with the black garbage bag, I wasn't mad, but I was just like, why did you do that type shit? So like, I'm asking the person in the dream state like, so I'm like, why did you put the garbage bag in that garbage bag when it was already in the garbage bag? And then like the rest of it, I couldn't hear what the fuck I was saying. It was like, like wah 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 wah. So the person I'm asking them, they ignore me. I go to, and mind you, this whole dream is a point of view of actually the op, but it's a parallel message. I already explained what the good part meant. I'm gonna tell you what it means for your enemy op. So I'm like, wah wah wah, because somebody pretending to be you, somebody want to be you so dang bad. This is what happening. So I'm like, why would you put the why would you put the black garbage bag on top of the white garbage bag? And the person ignoring me, just going about their business. So I just keep going. I just keep talking and asking, talking. And I'm like, wah 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 wah. This person ignoring me. And some way they was in their yard and I was talking to them because the whole questioning came from this is on my side of the yard. Why the fuck are you on your side of the yard? And then when I wasn't looking, you came and did that. Because from what I remember, the garbage bag wasn't filled up. It was still more space in there to put shit in there. So like, why are you? So in the dream, I guess what happened was the black garbage bag that they used to put over my white garbage bag, they had their garbage in it, and then they tried to put it in mine. So it was like, but it's on my side of the yard. So I'm just like, why would you do that? And then the rest of it was like, wah 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 wah. So I'm asking them, and they're ignoring me. That person came onto my side of the yard and started to go on the side of my house and stuff like that. And while they're doing that simultaneously, I'm going up the stairs to go into my house. Now this is from the back door entrance and exit. So this person tried to basically unalive me. Basically, they want to end me, unalive me, whatever the case may be. This is what the enemy want to do. They want to end you, unalive you, stop you, like get you out of somewhere. Whole time you're gaining justice, going up the stairs. Earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, you're gaining justice, Libra. So I'm going up the stairs and I'm still talking to this niggas. Like I could see through the house to where this person was basically on my property on the side. And then I'm just talking to them, wah 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 wah. And like as they left their yard, came into my yard, like they hopped the fence basically. Then I go into my home, gaining justice, going up the stairs, while they're leaving through the side entrance of the home to leave my premises basically. Even the premises, I'm just like wah 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 wah. I'm just still talking to them, asking the question, why would you do that? This and the third. I finally make it to after I go up the stairs, all I see is like the dining room. I like me going through the dining room, which is in regards to somewhere you would eat, in regards to food, which is in regards to mana is in regards to the word of God. So I'm just talking the word of God. Wah, 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 wah. I'm probably just speaking tongues. Like, wah, 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 wah. I'm just talking. Wah, 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 wah. Why the fuck the person, the person, some way, when they left the residence, they motherfucking climbed up a 2-story home to come to the front window. And they broke an entrance and came through the second floor window in the living room, bitch. And then they showed me, and they was a nigga. So like they showed me they pistol, whatever, right? It was a light skinned man, light skinned short man. Showed me they pistol. It was like a tiny ass gun. Now what's so significant is like the other day when I went to the thrift store, that I told you in the channel message, I had this like I was going through stuff and I saw this toy gun. I thought it was a water gun, so I was just holding it, just pointing it at people. Pointing at people I didn't mean to. I was just pointing like the toy gun at people and stuff like that because I was trying to see if it was a water gun. It wasn't a water gun. It was a BB gun. So I was just like, all right, what the fuck? So I threw it away. So that's what it looked like in the dream. This light skinned short man. Now we know the light skinned short man I've been seeing in the dreams for all these 2D catcher messages. It's symbolic of Leo because of man, right? Sun sign placement. It was a light skinned person and how they were acting towards me. I know this to be the light skinned man as my Scorpio aunt in the dream. Why you coming like this bitch? Why are you coming in the dream state as a man? You ugly ass bitch. Now, even as a man, this bitch would be an ugly ass bitch. Now, what do we know guns to be in the dream state? A gun in the dream state is in regards to your authority. How much authority you have in a scenario situation. So when this person not only broke an entry into my home in the living room, like so show me now the living room in the dream state has to do with what's going on right now. That means this is happening right now. So like while I'm in the living room, I'm just talking about want, and this person already has left the premises. This person then try to break an entry into my living room, and I'm not on the first floor, bitch. So it's like they had to climb up some way, somehow. They had to climb up to get to the window, open up the window, get in. So it's just like, just think about that. In all physicality, somebody not only came onto your property without asking, and then, like one of your neighbors or somebody tried to come on your property without asking, then they were taken out of the residence. Then they some way somehow climbed up a 2-story building and then opened up your motherfucking living room window and then crawled in that bitch. No, you're super in the wrong. You're lacking boundaries. I don't care. So like the person came in there, and then when they came to the window, the first thing they showed me was this small ass gun. So that means this person does not have that much authority. Now, I'm not saying this person. I had dreams where people had like rifles and shit, bitch. So they showed me like different forms of authority. This person had this little gun, and like, or maybe somebody perceives you as, oh, you're young, you're small, you're not gonna do nothing to me. Whole time they're the one lacking the authority. Your enemy opposite the one lacking authority. They don't have much say so. So the person showed me the gun. So they showed me the gun in the dream. It was projected that they shot me in the neck, and then I felt liquid at my feet. I didn't feel it dripping anywhere else but at my feet. Now, once again, let's talk about it. Scorpio aunt. Scorpio aunt. Scorpio aunt. Scorpio aunt. Scorpio aunt. This in the spiritual. This bitch been trying to just batter me up. Like, and it's just like, bitch, like you got people in real life that want to beat you the fuck up. Why are you like attacking me in the spiritual? You dumb bitch. But it's alright. I'm gonna send the goons to her because I had to make. She was trying to project on me to be a hoe all yesterday. That I had to make a reconnection with somebody who be in her motherfucking business district area, so that she gonna get got. And then my whole thing is like, anywho's. So like the reason why I said somebody wanted you to be a hoe, somebody come and call, like somebody at a distance, somebody you don't know, so could have been trying to call you a hoe, this and that. This reminded me like a few weeks ago. I was going to go do an errand. I was so focused. I had to go do something. Like I was so focused. There was people that was trying to talk to me while I was on the avenue and everything like that. I did not want to speak to them because I had something to do. I was like focused, bitch. This random ass nigga. Like, everybody else was melanated. Everybody knew that was outside was melanated. This random ass light skinned nigga He was handsome. Don't get me wrong. He was handsome, not my type. This random ass nigga. I'm walking up. I'm hearing him talking to the niggas. The niggas who actually know me. They're like, yeah, I know her. That's just a trick. Now I'm focused, so I'm hearing what he's saying. So in my mind, I'm like, he not talking to me. In my mind, I'm like, this nigga not talking to me. So literally, he right here. I'm going like this. I heard him while I was walking up. He was like, yeah, I know her. Is she a trick? In my mind, I'm like, he not talking to me. Then we go like this. He's like, what up, trick? And but like he did it on a slip tip, like I guess to show that was masculinity. I'm like, bitch, you not talking to me. I kept moving. I kept moving. I came back over there and I did like I embarrassed him some more around, and there was more niggas over there that I knew, and like so they were just like, what the fuck going on? I saw the nigga, one of the niggas I knew, when I kind of embarrassed him and shit like that, because I came back. I like literally after literally after he was like, what up, trick? I'm like, bitch, you not talking to me. I kept, and I never stopped moving. I kept going. He was just like confused as shit, like, because it's like, why are you trying to, you don't know me. I don't know that nigga. Then you try to label me a whore. I don't even know you. You over here trying to gossip and say I'm a whore. You don't even know me. And I don't know. First of all, the nigga didn't have no shoes on when he was saying that shit. So it was just too much going on. So by the time I'm going up the avenue, I see this other nigga that like me, whatever the case may be, and he wanted to hug me and talk to me. I'm not in the mood. I'm like, I'm mad, this and the third. He was like, what happened? I'm like, that nigga down there around with your friends and shit like that. This nigga tried to like call me out my name. But I'm like, man, and then he was like, who? Next thing you know, this nigga going down the ave like this. I'm just like, so I don't know what happened after that. I just know when I came back down, that nigga was still out there. I had took my phone out, I started recording him, started like coming crazy. Then I seen another nigga that was there that I'm cool with, whatever the case may be. And I ain't saying nothing to him when that shit was happening. I dipped off. I seen that nigga the other day. He was like, you so fucking mean. This and that. I just started laughing because I know that's because of the other day. In the comment section, first of all, that's my baby daddy fake last name. So I real talk, how can a 0 out of 10 guy pull a 10 out of 10 woman that is out of his league have money? Make money. Are you not like, do you not see what social media is? I mean, if that's what you want for yourself. But like you, if you want a 10 out of 10 woman and you think you're a 0 out of 10, first of all, I don't even think it's gonna happen because if you see yourself as a zero, like this bitch is just gonna take your money and dip off on you. Like it is what it is. Because you don't even have no backbone. If you think you were 0 out of 10, most likely. But if you feel like you want a woman that's out of your league, make money. Kind of woman you want, because if you just want a woman that you believe is a 10 out of 10, I don't know what a 10 out of 10 is to you. Thank you, but like, anyways, so like, yeah, so the reason I was like that whole reference is because like the light skinned man who I know is my Scorpio aunt in the dream state that came through that window was lacking boundaries, and it could be have something to do with somebody on social media also. My father told me this story when I was young, when I was younger, and we believed in Santa Claus and everything like that. I asked my father, I'm like, listen, we don't got no chimney. We don't got no chimney. How the fuck Santa be getting in here? Paraphrasing, because obviously I'm not talking to my daddy like that. So he like Santa Claus gets on the roof with his reindeer on his sled. Jimmy's down. First of all, he told me my daddy told me Santa Claus can fly. So Santa Claus flies down to the window. He goes up to the window. I'm like, and he goes like this. He goes ho ho ho, and the window magically opens up. He leaves the gifts. He dips it back out. Ho ho ho. The window closes. He flies up to the sleigh, and then he dips. That's what my daddy told me. So now I'm looking at this. I'm looking at this dream. This nigga come through the window. I'm just like ho ho ho. You know, so I'm like, somebody's trying to project on you that you was an eye. But you're gonna get, but you're some way somehow you're gonna get compensated and gifted out the situation. I promise. Somebody could have been trying to project on you that you was a hoe or something like that, and some way somehow you gonna get compensated, bitch. Don't worry about it. Anyway, let's get to this. And the person who's trying to project on you that the whole their prominent placements is Sagittarius, Taurus, Sagittarius. Mm-hmm. This Taurus is, but I ain't gonna say that. The men in relationships want and are attracted to you. So the second 2D catcher dream message that I had right after that dream, it's something about somebody play video games. But yeah, it's like I'm at a I was like at a shopping store, a retail store, and there was like this cute shirt dress that was on the clothing rack, and there was this couple standing directly in front of the shirt that I want or dress I wanted to look at. I didn't know if I wanted to buy it, but I thought it was really cute, but I couldn't really see it. I wanted a closer look at the shirt and the dress so that I could see if I wanted to purchase it. But like there was this couple standing in front of it, so like at first I was trying to be nice and have my distance, and I was just like kind of going around them to see the dress from a distance, stuff like that. I'm just going on different angles to see if I like the dress, but then it was just silly because it's just like I want to take the dress, but I felt like they were purposely trying to stand in front of the shirt and dress and not leave from there. So I'm like, all right, let me go to a different section of the store and I'll come back and they'll be gone by then. Bitch, I'll go to a different part of the store. It's like a empty shoe display. It's an empty shoe display. Now, that's a Sagittarius embodiment. Sagittarius, Aries, because that's a place of business. Somebody didn't want you to have luck in finances or traveling or going somewhere or being a parent. It was like a shoe display that's supposed to show 3. Gemini. So nonverbal communication, already known as a Scorpio. You're not enlightened that there's a Scorpio that don't want you to either have children, that doesn't want you to have money, to have luck and expansion in your life. And it's happening to them instead. These things that are not happening is happening to them instead, right? In the mother freaking shoe display at a distance, it's like a shopping mall. So there's other retail stores and at a distance, everything like that. So you could literally go where the fuck you want if you couldn't get where you wanted from in there. But at that time, once I see the shoe display was empty, to where the shirt dress was at, and that couple is still standing there. Now the thing about the couple that was standing in front of this dress and shirt to begin with is that it wasn't. It was the man. It was the man out of that couple who was standing in front of the dress and the shirt. The reason why in the dream I didn't want to go directly to the shirt and pull the shirt is because that man was standing there, and I knew if I would have like been like excuse me or said something to him, like his woman was gonna feel some type of fucking way. So I was trying to be mindful. So I was hoping they was gonna be mindful, and after I went around the store and came back, they would have fucking moved by then. No. Then so I went back to go look at the shirt dress, and this time the couple was still standing there. The man was still standing in front of the dress and the shirt dress. Bitch, why the fuck when I came back in the dream state to look at the shirt and the dress, the nigga that's in that relationship with that woman who was standing in front of the shirt and the dress that I wanted to look at, didn't even know if I wanted the shit yet. That nigga put the whole shirt dress on top of his motherfucking outfit. And it looked like a sweater vest the way he put it on. And the nigga was turning back at me. His girl, like it's like the girlfriend knew what he was doing, but was ignoring him. Was acting like she didn't see what was going on. Her dumbass. And then this nigga looking at me like, you see I got the shirt dress on that you wanted? You see I got the shirt dress on it? Like, without saying anything. So, like, in that moment, I'm like, I don't even want that shit. Like, why are you, like, that shit made me so mad in the dream state because it was just like, all it told me was there's a nigga that's in a relationship. It's not my nigga, but there's a nigga outside of you in a relationship with somebody who they woman know that they're a cheater or they suspicious of him being a cheater. They might not say nothing. This nigga be cheating on this bitch and he's attracted to you and wants to see if you are open to cheating with him. In that dream, I'm like, fuck no. I left that nigga where he was at. And then the second part of the dream, well, the third part actually, God shows me in the dream that the nigga who put on the shirt dress to try to impress me. It's like this nigga was like, look what I got. You want this so bad. You like this outfit so bad. Now I'm wearing it on my body. Want me, want me, want me. And it's like the whole time that shit was making me mad. Like, fuck was you talking about? Now I understand what the dream talking about. Right now, trying to wear an outfit that my man was wearing and thinking I'm about to like, I'm a love him. Like no, it don't no. So God showed me the dream state that this nigga who's in a relationship with this woman and is cheating on her. He showed me the way that he be cheating on her. This guy showed me that one of this nigga's tactics that be cheating and is in a relationship. This nigga will go to women that he wants to be sexually active with to cheat on his girlfriend. He will send them a so apparently there's a couple that make sex videos, all right, like for their relationship, like it's their kink or whatever the case may be, like they just record themselves having sex like actual intimacy sex, not like no oral. I'm talking about actual sex. There's a couple recording themselves having sex, and then the man of that relationship will have that content on his phone, and then he be cheating on that woman, and the way he lures women in is he sends the sex videos of him and his girlfriend to these women he wants to also have sex with. When God showed me that shit, I got so motherfucking mad. I'm like, I don't want no nigga like that. Like, what the fuck? Like, I don't give a fuck if he wearing the outfit that I thought I wanted to wear. And then then there's a possibility this nigga be cross dressing. It's just like I don't know. It was just too much. Now, to catch your message, right? Men in relationship want and are attracted to you. Why do you want to speak up now? Like, why do you want to speak up now? This scenario where somebody all of a sudden is attracted to you, or they've been attracted to you, and you could have known they was attracted to you. They wasn't saying shit about it. Now they want to fucking speak up. Like, anyways, so there was a scenario that happened last year in April. No, was it April? Yeah, there's a situation that happened last year in April, right? So my ex lover, the Virgo, had invited me out to go do something, and I was at the time hopeful that we were still gonna work on things. Glad we didn't. Like in regards to like a partnership relationship. So we had went back to the place of business. When we went to the place of business, it was kind of indifferent because I had another nigga that I was dealing with, and then there was one of their colleagues I don't fuck with because he did something sexually defiant, and then me and my ex lover was in an interesting place because like because I was dealing with another nigga, so like it was kind of interesting. So it was all this shit going on, and I was just putting on a brave face in regards of like, all right, I know there's all this fucking shit going on, but you know, business is business. And at the time I was trying to work things out with the Virgo ex-lover. Bitch, we got there, so I'm like, all right, the nigga I was dealing with, I'm trying to work on things with the Virgo ex-lover previously, so I'm not going to go into his business environment that the guy that I was dealing with is. Then the Virgo ex-lover started doing bullshit. The Virgo ex-lover start trying to flirt with women in front of me. Like, this nigga literally, it was like this light-skinned girl, and it was so funny because she was wearing the color green. And you know, green is my zodiac embodiment. So, like, she was wearing the color green, and this nigga looked me directly in my face, picked this girl up out the ground, put her over her shoulder, turned back around, looked at me like, you gonna say anything? And then he dipped off. To be in an open relationship with them and be around each other, like, getting niggas and bitches individually, but still want to be with one another in open. No, I don't do that shit. If y'all into that shit, y'all into that shit. I'm not into that shit. So I seen that shit. That shit made me sad. That shit made me sad. So I was sitting, let's call it the waiting room. I was sitting like the waiting room, right? And the waiting room is nostalgic in a way for me because I know the waiting room to be the room where there's you're not in the group yet, or you're not you wish you was in the rooms and stuff like that, or you're being left out of a situation. That's what the waiting room is. Previously, the nigga who was sexually defiant, like he had did some bullshit when I was supposed to be working with him, trying to be professional, but that nigga's wildly unprofessional. That nigga had me in the waiting room, and I was sitting there on some New York. I Love New York TV, and I was just sitting there like this, like with the shades on, like mad as fuck, just waiting my turn, and then it never came, and I had to find somebody else. That's how I found my man. Anywho, then in the waiting room, right? It's all these people there. It's two women. It's two women in specific, and the rest of them is niggas. The two women are both melanated. The two women who are both melanated. One of them, I know of this person. I'm trying not to speak to this person because I knew this person used to be sexually active with one of my ex lovers that I was with for a long time previously. So I'm just like trying not to, and like I'm trying not to like really talk to her. The other girl was melanated. It was her birthday that day. So she's over there. It's her birthday. There's a whole bunch of niggas over there. And these niggas are also in the waiting room. These are niggas that want to get into the other rooms. Now, by choice, I was sitting in the waiting room because I didn't make a decision yet on like who I wanted to be with, how I wanted to handle the situation. So I was sitting there by choice. These niggas and bitches that was sitting out there, they didn't have no choice. They wanted to be in them other rooms. They knew I had access to each and every one of those rooms and watch their business endeavors and etc. And I was choosing to sit out there. So they felt some type of way towards me. Because they knew for a fact if I wanted to get up and go into any one of the rooms I could. Dumb niggas and bitches cannot. They had to sit in the waiting room. So they was smoking cannabis or whatever the case may be, and they asked me if I wanted to smoke. Now, at the time, I was doing tolerancy break, so like I wasn't smoking like that at the time. So they gave me some cannabis. I think I was like 1, 2 smoking the cannabis previously, and I'm just like, this shit's strong as fuck. Like this shit was so strong. I feel like I was about to start dissociating, and then it would start making me think like I'm like I don't know these people like that. I don't know what they smoking. So I said no, I'm good. After like I pulled it 2 times previously, I'm like no, I'm good. I don't want to smoke the cannabis. Baby lungs. You trying to hang with us? And these niggas was trying. Yo, how old is we? This shit was last year. I was in my late 20s last year. You trying to first, this is not even high school. You're trying to peer pressure me to smoke cannabis? I see why the fuck y'all in the waiting room. Y'all lame as shit. And it's this bitch birthday and she was drunk and smoking and everything like that. And it's supposed to be her birthday. All the niggas was trying to talk to me. Then I realized some of the niggas that was a part of the group was trying to talk to me because they felt as though I was going to get them into the other rooms. Because I didn't have to sit there. And the whole time I'm sitting there, they trying to be cool with me so that I can get them into the other rooms, give them a good reference or some shit like that. I'm over there in the corner sad about the Virgo ex-lover because I'm just realizing like I don't think the relationship was gonna work. I don't think we're gonna be in a relationship. I'm just over there sad. And then it was just this one nigga. We was talking, we was having like this good conversation. He came out of nowhere. We was having this really good conversation, and he was attracted to me. He was trying to talk to me, but like I was drunk because I was drinking, so I my ex-lover, the Virgo ex-lover was in a whole nother room, had picked up a whole nother bitch, put her over her shoulder, went to another room, did whatever the God knows what. This other nigga trying to talk to me, something like that. I'm darn near crying. I start crying. I'm just like, I'm like, what does it mean when, and I'm just like, and when you care about somebody and they're just not acting right. I was doing one of those. This nigga who was attracting me was rubbing my back. He was massaging me, everything. I'm just venting about this nigga. The bitches and them other niggas that want to get in the room, they start laughing at me while I'm crying. I'm getting mad. Like, I start getting mad. I'm like, they start laughing at me while I was crying about this nigga. Like, this bitch, she over here sad about a nigga. Like, when I said, I'll be right back. I did not come back. I got up. I went to the other nigga room I was talking to. And I stayed in there. And I stayed to myself and I was crying in peace, bitch. That nigga saw me crying. He got so motherfucking happy because he knew, he was like, this nigga done fucked up. He's like, it's his turn now. Like, so the bitch that was being mean to me and stuff like that, he came in the room with that bitch. I'm sad and shit. I don't want this bitch to keep seeing me crying and knowing I'm still crying, whatever the case may be. I'm about to get mad, but like then I realized the nigga I was talking to, he was grabbing her shit, giving to her like, you need to get the fuck up out of here. Like all y'all hoes need to leave. So everybody had left and shit like that. So there's something Sagittarius embodiment, parenting travel, something about a working man, and there's a parallel message to an ex-lover of yours. and they might have like a sexual preference for lighter complexion skinned women. So don't feel bad about that. You shouldn't feel bad. Everybody has their preference. Maybe they didn't make it known at the time, or you didn't know that was a thing. Um, there's something about your man working out and what is a 9 to 5 of their career, and then there's something about your ex lover maybe out of work or something like that, or maybe however they was picking up these lighter skin complexion women is not working anymore. Um, something about something that because your ex lover was doing this, they could have been like very malicious in regards to like them dating other women and trying to make color complexion a theme as to why they were choosing those other women over you. You then became comforted by another man. All right, it's like your ex lover literally pushed you in the hands of another man. Women and men who wanted smoke with you because they were jealous of your affiliations. Happy birthday, bitch. If you wonder why something could have happened on the birthday, that was why. There's something about people of your same ethnic group who are jealous of you. It's not everybody, but just maybe there was like a handful of people who were jealous of you because of your business connections. Just in regards to your career field, though, you might be in a competitive career field, and unfortunately, people of your same ethnicity or who are melanated just as you see you as competition because they don't know the business owners. They don't know people in high places. They don't know people who have real resources and connections, and they want to acquire those things. But them seeing you have these things, they can't fathom how the fuck you got that shit and they don't. There's something about is focusing on his finances right now because he sees the long term with you, and one day, hopefully he wants to like conceive a child with you, but he wants to make sure he finishes like he attains not finishes but obtains his goal in regards to his finances before he wants to conceive a child with you. He wants to be financially secure. He wants y'all to be financially secure before that takes place. um if somebody made you sad or wants to project sadness onto you or make you feel bad, whatever case may be like that, you have a man or men who are willing to get them people up out the fucking way for you. Like they're not having none of that. Like, and they might do it in a clever way. And or a particular man who knows that there's another man who was trying to do something very harmful towards you, who could have been sexually defiant, who just want to put you down, make you sad. There was another man. It could be an ex lover. You have an ex lover who's trying to project sadness onto you, who wanted to use colorism or other women to make you feel bad. There's nothing wrong with different complexions of people. The thing is, you could have been dating somebody previously who tried to make that a thing. Like, if this person was a cheater and you stayed with a cheater, God forbid my life, this person could have just been cheating with a specific ethnicity or color complexion to make you feel some type of way. Um, could have been trying to use that tactic against you in regards of a control manipulation tactic. Um, somebody could have been sexually defiant. There could have been somebody who was sexually defiant with whether melanated or non-melanated is like they have a choice in regards to who they rather be sexually defiant towards based on color complexion. Somebody, there's a man that's aware of this, that's actually attracted to you or is fond of you and stuff like that. This person could have not known what was going on at first. They could have just seen you being sad or looking depressed or something like that. They knew something was going on, but they didn't, and you could have said something to somebody, so they went to go figure it out for themselves. So there could have been there could be a man that's attracted to you that could have known somebody did something to you, but like they like, wait, let me see something first. Let me see what this person does first. Let me see how this person act towards you first. So this person stand up and this other person who was being mean and malicious to you. It could be a man, it could be a woman that was being mean and malicious to you. There's somebody else in affiliation with that person and you, or know of that person and you, but this man is very attracted to you. So this man, I don't know if he devised his own plan. He decided to put himself in the middle of the situation, like rogue agent style, to watch the behaviors of these people who you claim to have been mistreating you. He wanted to see what they was gonna say, how they was acting, if they brought you up, what they were doing, and he was acting like he was with everything they were saying the whole time. He was not. He was collecting information. You could have an ex lover who actually care about you, actually wanted to be with you, could have been doing all this manipulative tactics and shit. But the thing is, this person was affiliated with these type of people who want to mistreat you, who wanted you to be sad, who want to make colorism a thing, who are jealous of you and your business affiliations or your affiliations in general. But this ex-lover was a part of that group. That's his friends, his homies, whatever the case may be. Even though this person was dating you, he would allow them to do all this malicious shit towards you because they didn't want to choose sides. Something about business and pleasure. This could be a dynamic that was going on in your career field where you could have been dating somebody that you was in business with, or you could have been dating somebody who had to choose between, in their mind and from their perspective, business or pleasure, being with you or doing business. Maybe they're in a particular industry in their career field where being single um, is a better adjustment for them, but they wanted to be in a relationship with you and they felt like they couldn't have both. So like I wrote my notes. This person's like, I kind of fucks with you. Like, I kind of fucks. Like, this person, it's not like they didn't make people known that they actually like you, love you, care for you, or something like that. They just felt as though they wanted you to know they care for your ex lover wants you to know that they care for you. All right. Even if you're not together anymore, they want you to know that they care for you. Obviously, they feel bad that these people were acting malicious towards you. But the thing is, they couldn't stand up for themselves. So how were they gonna stand up for you? So it would have been dangerous for either you or them. Actually, this person is selfish. This ex lover is fucking selfish because this person, even though they care for you, they love you, they like you, whatever the case may be, they rather these people they friends with, homies with, do business with to be malicious and attack you rather than to stand up to them because they felt like it would have been more dangerous for them to stand up to them because they would have felt like the shit that they was doing to you they would have did to them. But whole time the malicious shit that these people was doing to them and that they was allowing while they was your significant other previously, these people who they friend, they homie, they business partners doing to them anyways. So how the fuck were they gonna stand up to them about you? They couldn't do it for themselves. Wow. Well, I write my notes. All right. Something about the stork. I wrote my notes. He wanted to get something to her. So you could have an ex lover that you were supposed to conceive a child with, but God kind of seeing how they was acting, wasn't advocating for you, so God said no and void. This person could have actually wanted to have children with you or a child with you, conceive a child with you. God said freaking no. If you went through a miscarriage with with your previous significant other, where any of that bullshit was going on that I just said, it was divine intervention because you was not supposed to have no child with somebody who can't even stand up for themselves nor you. How the fuck you gonna bring a child into the world with somebody who act like that with you and you were God's child? But you know, so like if you're in a new relationship, you're a new person, you might be conceiving a child. This person, there's something about the stork, bitch. You might be seeing white birds, something, bitch. Like there's gonna be a lot of channel messages keep showing you in regards to conceiving a child. This could be on the mind of your current partner now about having a child. But like I said, the man that you're with now, not your ex lover, is a working man. This man is working towards his finances so that he'll be able to not only have his finances good for him, for you, and a possible child in the nearby future. All right, that's the channel message. You said go cook something. And this nigga said, "Go cook something," and then the next thing was like, "No one wants to hear this shit." All right, misogynist, don't give a fuck. That's why nobody's in your kitchen cooking you food, bitch. Go get a nigga to cook for you, ho. If you can't, if you can't, if you can't appreciate women, and oh, this is so funny. I saw before I go to the next channel message, I saw this content where it was just couples doing couple therapy, and I guess they had like a therapist, an online therapist, and they was recording it, and he was like, well, he says something to the therapist about something about his woman and how he wanted his woman and stuff like that. And she just started tweaking on him. You don't know what tweaking means? That means she started yelling at him, going off on him. The couple therapist started telling this man, and it was so funny because the guy, I don't know if it has anything to do with anything. The guy was Caucasian, and then like the woman in that relationship was melanated. So he said something about how he wanted his woman to act or something like that, and therapists started going off on him, and she sounded like she was Caucasian. No funny shit. The Caucasian therapist was talking to the Caucasian man about his interracial relationship, and she was start going off. She said, "Oh, that's what he asked." The Caucasian man said to the therapist that he wanted unconditional love from his wife, and when I say the melanated woman in that interracial relationship was just quiet as that Caucasian woman was therapist was talking to that Caucasian man. She said unconditional love. She said as human beings, what the fuck you mean unconditional love? She said he was like, well, animals and kids get unconditional love. He said what?
My love got conditions, baby.
That's what she was saying. She said as human beings, as the therapist. I saw this TikTok basically. And it was this interracial couple. It was a Caucasian man and who was married to a melanated woman, and they had an online therapist, and they was recording the motherfucking therapy session. And the Caucasian man told the therapist he wants his woman to give him unconditional love, and the therapist started tweaking on him. She's like, "What the?" Like literally cursing him out, like, "What the fuck you mean unconditional love?" He's like, he said animals and kids get unconditional love. I want my love from her to be the same. She said, first of all, why you compare yourself to a child? Let's start there. she's like animals.
But you know, white people there love differently. Like their parents actually love. You know, like as Nigerians, we had tough love. There was more love and stuff. White people are really pampered. Like their parents kiss them and hug them and tell them that
not all Caucasian men,
but a majority. Like if you meet successful Caucasian men, sometimes you think they're gay. No,
real
love.
They have real love. They feminine energies intact.
Yeah. So that I can attest to. I can say that.
She said the therapist was saying there is conditions in love with human beings because she started talking about feminism shit. She was like, women all their life they've been told you're a hoe if you fuck with this many men, and you need to cook in the kitchen, and you need to do this and that.
And maybe I'll be a hoe. What the fuck is you talking about on that note? I'll be that.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Bitch, you make me the hoe of the fucking year.
Oh my gosh, yo. Are we in our villain arc? Like, what is going on?
No, I got a man and I love him, but
bitch.
I was in the streets before I was on the sidewalk.
But yeah, I didn't answer anything. Now,